Now we have sorted our students from number 1 to the last person. Now let us go to the next question. Copy the entire worksheet onto sheet 2 and rename it as lower group. So let us copy the entirety of this. So select all up to that point, then right click, copy, then come to sheet 2, then right click, then paste. There you go. We have it here. So I've copied into sheet 2. Then they are saying call it lower group. Right click, rename, lower group. Lower group. Lower group. Like that. Another question. Filter lower group. This lower group. This is term 1 results is here. Then lower group is here. Now they're saying filter lower group sheet to display students from class E and whose average score is below 50. Filter students from class E and whose average score is below 50. So to filter, again, you have to select all of this, like that, up to that point. Then let us go to filter. You have sort here, then you have filter. So click filter. Now these arrows appear here. So they are saying filter all students from class E. So we'll go to class. Then you come here, you drop down, you remove the check at W, like that. Then you say you relieve for check for E because we want E. So you say okay. Now as you can see, we're remaining with only students from class E. From class E. Then another condition is that those students whose average is below 50. So you go to average. You have average here. Come here. Then you go to number filters. So you go to less than. The average is less than 50. So less than. So you can just write, if you don't have the number here, so just write 50. Like that. And you say okay. So anyone who is below 50 is here. So you have filtered your work. You have filtered your work. Then we have another question. Draw a bar graph to display the following information. So let us go to term 1 results. Draw a bar graph to display the following information. Number 1, the 3 cuts. So we need cut 1, cut 2, and cut 3. We need the names of the students. We need the title. Then we need a legend and all that. So to create or to insert a column chart, you go to insert. There are charts here. So there's column chart, so there's line chart. So let us select the charts. There are different types of charts. There are 2D, there are 3D, there are cylinder. So let us take the first one called clustered column. So let us tick this. So as you can see, our chart here is clean, meaning that we have not selected anything. So let us put it this idea so that we can be able to see what we are doing. So let us move, select data. So the first data that we need, you click add. We need the names. So you delete this by a backspace. We select the names from that point to that point. Then you say okay. The second data that we need, add we need cut 1, then you backspace or you delete this. So from this point to this point, then you say okay. We need add cut 2, from this point to this point. Okay, then add cut 3, from this point to this point, then okay. Now as you can see, the chart is a little bit confusing, so you cannot be able to understand. So for you to make sure that your chart appears the way it should, just toggle or switch between this row and column. So you click once so that you see what is happening. So you see it can change until you get to the best one. So switch again. Okay, I think this one is good. So after that you say okay. Now another question. The title of the chart should be Term 1 Computer Results. Now to put a title of the chart, just go to Layout, there's Chart Title, you click the down arrow, then go to Above Chart. So it should be above the chart. So just then remove this using a backspace. So write Term 1 Computer Results. Term 1 Computer Results. Like that. So that's the title of our chart. Another question, place the legend at the bottom of the graph. Now we are used to, this is what we call the legend. We are used to saying that this is the key. So this is called a legend. So they're telling us put the legend at the bottom of the chart. So you go back to Layout, you go to Legend, which is here, click, then you say show legend at bottom. You click, so we have our legend here. Then another question says save the chart on a new sheet and name it as Graphical Analysis. So here we have the names here and you have the legend here. Now the next question asks you to save the chart on a new sheet and name it as Graphical Analysis. So we're going to save this in a new sheet. We're going to put it in sheet 3. So you come here, right click, then you say move chart. Move chart. So we're moving the chart in sheet 3. Like that, then you say okay. So the chart is in sheet 3. Let it be up there. Chart is in sheet 3. Let us move it up there. Then let us rename it as Graphical Analysis. Graphical Analysis. Like that. So we have Graphical Analysis, we have lower group, then we have Term 1 Results. Then we have the last question. Use the subtotal function to find the average of each class. Average of each class. Use the subtotal function to find the average of each class. So we have two classes here. We have class E and class W. So what do? First of all, you have to sort the data. So you have to sort this data according to classes. So we have two classes. So you select all of it, then go to data, go to sort. So we are sorting by what? Not class position this time around. We are sorting by class. So It doesn't matter the order, so it can be A to Z. So you say okay. Now, as you see here, we have class E, then class W. Now they are saying using the subtotals function, use the subtotal function to do what? To get the average of each class. So we're going to get the average for all this class and all this class. So you go to this group, this and group, this subtotal, the subtotal functions. The subtotals is here. So subtotal. So at each change in, not the name, we're going to get it at each change of class. So class. Then use which function? We're going to use the average function as we have been told. So the average. So average where? Not cut 1, cut 2, not total, is at the average. So you remove this. Then you say okay. So there we go. We have E average is here. So the average for this class E is 51.1.6. The average for W is 55.2. So the grand average is 53. Or the average. So I think this class did well. The class, the W class. So there you go. You have the subtotal here. You have the lower group. Then you have the graphical analysis. So we are done with that. So you go ahead and print your work. So learners, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that whenever I post a video like this, you can be able to be the first person to see it, so that you guys can pass your exams.